Shalom, call Lord La Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people ignorantly call God, by Hashem in the name of Yahushua, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Plus, we'll give a shout out to the argument that's pushing and spreading this word throughout the four corners of the earth, who's also uplifting the names Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Also to the Israelite foreigners, the speckled bird, man, woman, and child out there whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers. Though you may look like the heathen nations that you're scattered amongst, the heathen nations being the nations that you see on this chart right here, from 2 on down. Also, if your lineage, your seed line, goes back, not that, to one of these tribes right here, as seen on this chart, through the man, and if your spirit bear witness with this word and this truth, and you can receive it, to the speckled bird, man, woman, child out there, this does apply to you. You are Israelites, though you may look like the other nations due to the scattering of the Israelites, the people in this chart. Okay. Also, to you few Akwaf that do listen and learn, Shalom. To the elect of the nation of Israel, wherever you may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, Shalom to you as well. To so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as you see on this chart right here, you could bond, consist, and make up the 12 tribes of Israel. You are the Hebrew Israelites, the chosen people of the Most High Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. And I got another video on RT America. This just came out yesterday, I believe. And it said it's going into the the opioid crisis, which is hitting the so-called these Edomites, which is the so-proclaimed white race. Okay, they're hitting them. And I'm gonna play this video, and I'm gonna pause, get a scripture, then I'm gonna close it out for time, while I'm on this lunch break. So Yahweh writes out this edifying to the elect. Okay.
Purdue Pharma back in the news. The OxyContin maker is being sued by thousands, knowingly getting people addicted and then making billions of dollars off of the fact that they were able to get so many people addicted. God, that sounds sick. Now, they're in the news for trying to cash in on the backside as well. You can't make this stuff up. Believe it or not, right? Sounds like an episode of Believe It or Not. They're actually now pushing a drug to get the people who they help get addicted unaddicted. Yes, I just said that. Literally, you can't make it up. Here now to discuss this, RT contributor Molly Burrows, who's, hey, your debut time on our set. So great to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Rick. I'm excited.
Yeah, what an amazing story about something that has so harmed our country.
Yes.
And we see it everywhere. It cost us millions of dollars. And now the same company back in the news? How?
That's exactly right. Well, you've got these lawsuits from the attorneys general from New York and Massachusetts. So a lot of these details are coming out in that. But ultimately, it looks as though they built it into their business plan. Even though Purdue is denying this, one of the details that came out in New York's report said, for example, that Project Tango was pitched to Purdue's board in 2015, which essentially called it end-to-end. Pitch the opioid, they could potentially get addicted. At the very end of it, you could pitch a naxaline or it's a form basically that gets people breathing again.
Right.
So when they started to look into this, they realized when those details came to light, they denied, of course, that they were going to push forward with this plan. They said it was presented by a third-party equity firm, that it was nothing that they supported. But you see this exact plan basically being implemented. They just used the same sales force that they used to sell these addictive pills to start telling doctors and pharmaceutical in other countries that they can use this particular drug to help people restore either not be addicts anymore or basically
and they
bring them back to life if
they should know, right? They should know. They're the ones who actually started the epidemic in the first place, right?
Yes.
And that's the point, right? You Edomites, now you see how it feels, man. Now you see how it feels. Now you see how it feels on what Jake went through, okay? When you had, before the crack epidemic, you had the what you would deem the black heroin, so-called black heroin epidemic of the late 60s going into the 70s, man. Okay? Now you see how it feels, man. Okay? Let me get a scripture real quick. Cause you put dope in the neighborhoods, okay? Now you see what it's like. Okay, this is Psalms 37, and let me see. Let me see. Yep, hold on. Psalms 7. Actually, you know what? Before I get that, let me get this. This is this is Psalms 10, Salakia. This is Psalms 10 and 4. It says the wicked, which the wicked are you Edomites. Okay, you Edomites are you self-proclaimed white people. Okay, you are the nation of Edom. Okay, you are Esau Edom. Okay, that is who your lineage goes back to, Esau Edom. Okay, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. And who is your main enemy? The nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay? According to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, okay, and plenty of other scriptures, the nation of Edom is your main, okay, adversary. All the heathens are your main adversary, but the main nation of the heathens is the Edomites. Okay, they are your natural born enemies. Okay, the flip side around, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are their okay natural born enemy. Okay, that's why you're so much of a threat to them. Okay, that's why they're doing what they're doing to you, because you're their main adversary. Okay, Esau's not really focused on these other heathen nations. He's mainly focused on you Israelites, right? He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing, deceit, and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and his secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are probably set against the poor. And who is the poor? Okay, the poor are you Israelites. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. He croucheth and he humbleth himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Okay, and that's the thing. Okay, and what's one of the ways? What's one of those? What's one of the tactics that these Edomites used? Okay, to do that. Okay, against the poor, you Israelites. Okay, drugs, man. That's one of Esau's tools against you Israelites. Okay, alongside bio warfare, alongside poisoning your water, your food. Okay, putting the worst foods in your neighborhoods while they have the most decent food. Okay, but mainly it's drugs, man. You go back, okay, like I said, in the 70s, starting in the 70s, I would like to say, because drugs been around for, centuries, forever, right? What did Esau do? He started off with heroin, okay? I was watching the movie American Gangster, which Denzel Washington, he played Frank Lucas, the Harlem Kingpin, okay, heroin kingpin. And it shows you what Esau would do. They was bringing drugs over here by the military, okay? Where you will have them put, a corpse of a fallen so-called soldier. They will put drugs in those coffins and send them here to the ghettos, man. Then you had the crack epidemic, okay? Out of nowhere, you just had crack come out of nowhere. And what was Esau doing? He was persecuting our people, okay? He was flooding the neighborhoods with guns. You had Jake fighting over territory. You had Jake, okay, selling it. You had Jake using it, okay? And what was Esau doing? He went on this news using so-called Ronald Reagan, that devil, okay? And what did they say? That they declared a war on drugs. Well, really, the war on drugs was really a war on you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, okay? Because that's really who it hit, including you Native Americans. Because some of you could have got hit by that, but it was mainly the so-called Negroes and Latinos that got hit. Mainly you so-called Negroes, okay? Because you're the head tribe, okay? And what did he do? He declared a so-called war on drugs, okay, and you got caught, okay, with just a bottle of crack compared to a so-called white person getting caught with you know a decent amount of powder cocaine, you got sentenced, okay, probably double the triple of what an average so-called white person would got for the same charge, okay? And that was just one of the ways that Esau used, man, okay? So this is Psalm 7, and this is what's happening. This Psalm 7 and 14. It says, "Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and he hath covered mischief and brought forth falsehood." Okay? And who did that? Esau. Okay? Esau had it out to where it was like you so-called Negroes, okay, you was bringing dope and guns in your own neighborhoods when he, okay, was behind that. Because like you seen the movie Boys in the Hood, when Lawrence Fishburne, he was talking about how, Jake, they don't have, how we don't have money, okay, to bring, afford the ships to bring the cocaine over here or planes or none of that, man. Okay? So they basically going into that. Jake don't have a military. Jake don't have their own businesses. Okay, we gotta go to you heathens to, get our things. Okay? Jake has nothing, man. Okay? Compared to Esau, Jake has nothing. Okay? So that was just falsehood, man. He made a pit and digged it and it's falling into the ditch which he made. What's that pit you made? You set up a system to where Jake, they can't get a decent job or to make a decent living for their family. So what does Jake turn to? Jake does, okay, whatever they can to get by. So what most Jake turn to, if they can't make it in the sports world, the music world, they turn to what? The streets, the drugs, okay? Prostitution, okay? Pimps and all that, okay? Whatever they can in order to make a living for themselves, okay? And that was a pit that Esau made, okay, for you Israelites. It wasn't meant for you Israelites to prosper in this system, okay? It was meant for you to keep you on the bottom, okay? That's what you have the whole prison system for, okay? So this whole system was set up as a trap for you Israelites. So let me read again. This Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own pate. And this was starting to happen. Okay? Now, the whole drugs that was meant for, Jake, to be destroyed by is destroying you Edomites. Okay? And I'm gonna play a little bit more. And I'm gonna, get the rest of the scripture for time.
I mean, I guess, I'm torn with this. I guess we all are, right? I mean, on the one hand, props to them if they're able to come up with a solution to a problem they helped to cause, right?
Yes.
On the other hand, it's hard to trust somebody that did the things that they are alleged to have done. I mean, they were paying doctors, buying off doctors,
yes,
to tell bull crap to patients.
That's right.
Right?
That it's not addictive. They were basically overselling the positives.
And you know what? Salakia, but and you Edomites are falling on your own ditch by your own people. Okay? Look up who's behind the so-called opioid crisis. It's called the Sackler family. Okay? And who is the Sackler family? A bunch of Edomites. As you see on the screen, man. Oh, I didn't even do that. Okay? Look. A bunch of Edomites. Okay? Let me see if I can look up an article real quick. The Sackler family members fight removal of name. Nah, that's wrong. That's the wrong article. Right here. Says Sackler siphoned nearly $11 billion from Purdue amid opioid crisis. Okay? As the epidemic of opioid abuse and overdoses ravaged the United States, claiming hundreds of thousands of lives, the Sackler family withdrew more than $10 billion from its company, OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma. That's according to a new 350-page audit commissioned by Purdue as part of the company's Chapter 11 bankruptcy restructuring. This article won't really go into much, but these people, they're behind, okay? They fueled, okay, what you see with these Edomites, okay? The opioid crisis, as they put it, okay? And you try to ask people, like, how did these drugs get here? Who's responsible for drugs getting there. That's when people, they want to be quiet. They don't want to admit that it's these Edomites, man, that they're the root of the problem. Okay, that's when you hear crickets. Okay, this is let me see if I can find the scripture. This shows you that these people, they're not right. As it says in Habakkuk 2 and 4, that their spirit is not upright in them, man. Okay? This man is destroying his own people. Okay? He's destroying his own people. Let me see if I can find the scripture. This is Ecclesiasticus of Sirach 14 and 5, right? It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Okay? And who is that remind you of? Okay? That reminds you of Esau Edom, man. Here it is, this man's in his kingdom, right? You're polluting the air. You have to live on this air. Okay? You're making GMO foods and you have to eat that food. Okay? You're what else are you doing? You devils are doing a lot, man. Okay? You're doing all these wicked things and you have to you're putting pork, okay, you're putting all types of bad things, okay, within certain products, man. You're doing all these things and you have to live under this earth just like everybody else live. Okay? You're doing evil to yourself, man. You're destroying yourself, man. Okay? So it just shows you, man, this man, okay, is destroying his own people, man. Okay? Look at Skid Row. Look at the homeless population. Who you think is behind that? Who you think is sending the jobs out of here to where people don't have jobs, to where they have to be homeless? These Edomites, man, starting with these elite banking families, man. Okay? So if this man will do this to his own people, how much more you Israelites, man? Because you Israelites, okay? You Israelites, you trust completely in Esau, man. You love Esau, man. A majority of you, man. Okay? You don't believe that Esau, okay, is a bad guy. You say, you have some bad, okay, so-called white people, but some good white people, but not all. No, you have some bad. Salaki. You hear Jake say that you have some. You have half and half. You have some good, okay, so-called white people. You have some bad. No, man, they're all the wicked, man. Okay. But our people, like it says in Hosea 4 and 6, they are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. Okay? That's why they went into captivity. Okay? And let me get this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 3. 10 and 3. Salaki. Right? It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And that's what Esau is. Esau is an unwise king, man. Esau does not care about anybody, okay, but himself, okay? Not only does he not care about anybody but himself, but he cares about money. That's all he cares about, okay? Wealth, okay? And to show you, another thing that show you that this man does not care about his own people is going back to Esau and Jacob with the birthright and the blessing, man. He gave both of them up, okay? Just to temporarily fulfill his flesh, man. He sold, when he gave that birthright and the blessing up, he sold his own nation out. Because that was going to be passed down to his generations, man. But he sold it, okay? He sold out. Sold his own people out, man. Okay? And you see you Jakes out there with that same mentality, man. To get over somebody that looks like you just to get what you want. You get that from Esau Edom, man. Okay? So let me play a little bit more of this video and then I'm going to close it out.
They were telling people to give high-powered painkillers to treat everyday pain.
Right.
They were giving them dozens upon dozens and one bottle for a prescription. Of course they were going to get addicted.
And telling them it was not addictive.
Yes, in other lawsuits. Exactly. Telling them it's not addictive. And in other laws, which is total bullcrap because I mean, going back centuries, everyone knows that opioids have caused any number of widespread epidemics. And going back to your point earlier, I mean, this is destroying families and communities. That's why you're seeing so many of these lawsuits, which are now starting to settle and being victorious in court, because these communities are spending money, resources that they should be spending on their own communities to build education, to help kids. Now it's going to treat addicts or bring them back, or even a sadder part of it, other victims, the smallest ones, babies being born dependent, foster cares are needing more people to help because the foster care population is exploding, especially between 0 to 5-year-olds.
But how ironic is it that the same company, are there other companies doing this as well, or is it just them? They're saying they've come up with an antidote or something that's going to help?
Well, these particular drugs have been around for some time, and so there's one version of it, Naxoid, that's being sold in Europe. It's not being sold over here in the United States, but we've had a version called Narcan, and so it's $50 a pop over in Europe in some countries. In our country, it's more than that. For 2 dose, it's like $130 to $140.
Oh my goodness!
So this is why you're seeing these communities go after these companies and want settlements, because they're spending all this money. I mean, who can argue with wanting to keep somebody alive?
Right.
And yet they should be providing this for free if they're part of this. You know, of course they don't want to admit that they knew
but
they were.
The infrastructure cost has been tremendous.
Yes.
The hospital costs, the police, the firefighters. Yes. I mean, the people who've lost their jobs, the companies that have been affected. It's in the trillions of dollars of the costs that we've already paid.
Yes.
And now they're wanting to get more money out of the deal, which is what's troubling.
Yes, and it's basically all these different versions of naloxone.
See, that's Esau, man. Let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna hurry up and get this because my lunch break almost up. But let me show you. To show you that doctors, okay, it's all an illusion. It's all of the it's all just Esau's, schemes and fraud, okay? And tricks and trickery, man. That witchcraft, okay? Because if you look up doctor on the online etymology, okay? Let me see if this is it. Bear with me real quick. I think they changed it. Because if you went to doctor, it meant false, Something like false, okay? But I believe Esau, he backed his tracks and changed it, okay? Because this is his system, okay? But it went to falsify, something around that. Because I did a video one time and I looked it up and it said falsify. I think he changed it, okay? But that's what it is, because it tells you in the scriptures that real, medicine, okay? If I could find it. Let me see. Let me type in medicine. Bear with me real quick. Yeah, there it is. Sirach or Ecclesiastes 38 and I started 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. Of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Okay? Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And hath he given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works? Okay? With such doth he heal men and take away their pains. Okay? But the point was made, the earth, man, different herbs, right? Different fruits, okay? Just vegetables, all these things, man. There's different herbs out there that have medical purposes. Esau will tell you that cancer, there's no cure for cancer. And that's a lie, man. That's a lie, man. There's been doctors out there that's had found a cure for cancer. But with Esau, what does that do? It messes up his money. Okay, so what does he do? He kills those doctors, man. Okay, that's what they do, man. It's all about gain with this man. It's all about money. It's all about greed. Okay, here it is. They'll tell you that it's a flu season. They'll tell you to get a vaccination shot. Why do you think they make it free? Okay, and what people will do is they'll go out there and get the shot, and there's nothing wrong with them. Okay, then once they take the shot, what happens? They get sick, man. Because all different types of chemicals, metals inside that shot, man. Because this man's the devil, man. Okay? This is Proverbs 15 and 27. This is really what it comes down to. This Proverbs 15 and 27. It says, he that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house. And look at the opioid crisis. This is what he's doing. Okay? He's destroying his people. Okay, which really is the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. According to Deuteronomy 30 and 7, the Lord's putting the curses on our enemies because they persecuted us and did us wrong, man. But what this man is doing is he's destroying his people so he can make $1, man. Let me read it again. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live, man. And Esau loves gifts, man. Okay? To the point where he'll destroy his own people. Okay? And this is why you Edomites, you're going to be taken out of power and you're going into slavery. Okay? Because of what you've done to the children of Israel and what you've done, okay, to the planet Earth. Okay? I'm going to hurry up and get straight to the point. This is, let me actually check out Habakkuk 2. Yep. I started Habakkuk 2 and 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against them, and a taunting proverb against him, say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that layeth himself with thick clay. Shall not they rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of men's blood, for the violence of the land of the city and all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covet an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against thy soul, man. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity, man. Okay? So the point is made, man. The point is made, man. You Edomites are going into perdition, man, aka destruction, man. Okay? You can't do right. You destroyed the earth. You destroyed the Lord's people. You're destroying everybody in general. You're destroying yourselves, man. So the Lord is going to come back, okay? He's going to take you out of rulership, and he's going to set up, okay, his rulership, okay? So that is it. Call her Lord Allah, Yahweh Bashim Shah. Shalom to the elect. Abba Babo, what Abba Ha Ayabiya. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom once again to the elect. Shalom.